I'm Ellen Brown, President of the Rotary Club of Harrisburg. We're part of an international community and humanitarian service organization comprised of 1.4 million members in over 44,000 clubs in more than 200 countries. Rotary leads the world in volunteer service. For more than 112 years, the Rotary Club of Harrisburg has organized impactful local service projects that changes lives and creates hope where it's needed most. Please join us at a Rotary luncheon at the Hilton, service on a Monday, or a Rotary alternate meeting to meet our members who are waiting to welcome you. You can find out more about us at hbgrotary.org. Please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope to welcome you as a member soon. With no further introduction necessary, please welcome George Fernandez to the podium.
So for me, it's really an honor to be asked to share some thoughts and remarks for the prestigious Rotary Club of Harrisburg. There are many familiar faces and many friends yet to meet amongst the audience today. And yet, with all of our differences, there's one commonality that really brings us together, and it's our commitment to serve the community. If you haven't been to the Pancake Breakfast, I was there a few years ago as a volunteer at the age of 18 or 19. I was working in the back, in the grill. That is the coolest role in that pancake breakfast job. It's a very high energy and a very stressful department to be in for the pancake breakfast. So to those in the kitchen at the pancake breakfast, my hat goes off to you. So when I think about sharing my story and how certain moments in my life have impacted others through a ripple effect, I would be remiss to not pause and acknowledge the same value in my colleague, Ginny Roth, a venerated community leader who blazed trails where she stands today, the first and longest standing female member of the Rotary Club of Harrisburg. And the fact that she and I came together last year to blaze more trails is a testament of how story shapes the future. So please join me in a moment of recognition for our dear Ginny Roth. I'd also like to acknowledge my amazing team that's here today with me and my amazing husband, Nelson, who's here to support me. So thank you very much, Nelson. Thank you for your support. I love you. So to appreciate how far we've come, it's important that every so often we look back at the road that we've traveled. For me, the road to where I am today was certainly not paved. And at times it felt more like a wall to climb than a road to walk. But my struggles have without impacted who I am today and what I have been able to accomplish. In fact, it was 25 years ago, right around this time, that my family first immigrated from the Dominican Republic to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I too have had my own journey of finding an amazing home here in Harrisburg. That's right, I've had the pleasure and honor to call Harrisburg home now for 25 years. I saw my mother as a young kid from Dominican Republic. I saw my mother burdened by every obstacle you could imagine. She was a single mother, survivor of domestic violence, supporting 3 children, yet not being able to qualify for any social human services assistance or programs because we were not yet U.S. citizens. I recall a very hot summer day where I went door to door around our apartment complex in Harrisburg, and I was selling my little sister's Disney books. My mom had just bought off of an infomercial. That's right. You remember the infomercials where you could buy 100 books for like 5 easy payments of $29.95, or the 20 music CDs for the 4 easy payments of $19.95. And that was my mother. I came home with over $1,200 in checks from my door-to-door work. And I recall the immense pride and satisfaction that came from the ability to help my mom pay our past due rent. So our family worked very hard, and we waited for a very long time to become U.S. citizens and to move ourselves out of poverty. But it seemed that with every 2 steps forward, we would be met with a barrier that would knock us a step back. So through the many trials we endured, my mom instilled in me that the hardest part isn't getting there. It's maintaining what you've promised to deliver and to continue to do it with much humility and much grace. This story is a hard one for me to share, but I do it because at the end of this story, for me, it's a story of hope. From my personal experience, I am driven to never let this reality of despair keep one more family from achieving the American dream. And this is what has shaped my mission and vision for everything that I do. Fast forward 25 years later, and here I stand as the founder and CEO of Color and Culture. This company is the beautiful marriages of two minority-led LGBT and Latino businesses. And together, Latino Connection and PPONS, thank you, Jeannie, for trusting me with all of the amazing time and energy you've put into PPONS. And I've created a union that is pioneering a new path for how businesses engage our diverse communities. We are among the first agencies to provide culturally relevant, human-centered strategies to solve the ever-evolving challenges in the multicultural marketplace. And though I stand before you immensely proud of where we are today, it has required extreme resilience and tenacity to reach this milestone. I started Latino Connection with a borrowed credit card from a girlfriend and $250. My ass was broke. I was crazy to leave behind a corporate job making the money I was making and to start this. And I remember telling my mom, I'm leaving Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. And she said in Spanish, "Tú te estás volviendo loco. Are you going insane? Are you crazy?" And here I am. So I was told time and time again that I wouldn't be successful. Literally, people told me that. And that my ideas weren't good and that my services weren't relevant or needed. And today I am growing what is now a $14 million business, small business right here in Central PA, in a market where people and organizations believed there wasn't a space or a need for such an agency. And for me, that was a constant battle. But if you know me, I'm a fighter, especially for injustice and change. And look where we are now. So today, this team of more than 50 plus full-time team members is not just a reality, we are the new American reality. And we are helping businesses and brands of all sizes and industries wake up to the changing marketplace. The work we do day in and day out is helping to envision and invent new strategies that are inclusive, relevant, inspiring, and ultimately world-changing. And here's why this is so important. In Pennsylvania, multicultural segments will represent the majority of the population by 2040. Inclusivity is no longer a nice-have part of a business. It's not a box that can be checked through half-hearted efforts or simply just to meet affirmative action requirements by your board of directors. Effectively reaching and engaging the multicultural marketplace has a direct and significant impact on the bottom line profit. But there is so much more work to be done in this space. And that's why I'm here, and that's, frankly, why you're here. My unrelenting goal is to ensure marginalized populations receive more attention, more compassion, more assistance, and more recognition. For far too long, our differences have been used as a reason to divide us. And I am working every day to turn these differences into the reason that we are connected. I am so encouraged to learn more of the many different programs and initiatives that the Rotary Club of Harrisburg has taken on to break down traditional barriers and to deepen the impact in the community. There has never been more of an important time to invest in the diverse populations and as professionals who are the minds, hands, and hearts of this great city of Harrisburg and the surrounding region. In order to accomplish these lofty goals, we have to lean into the power of connection and community. That's right, I'll say it again. Lean into the power of connection and community. For all businesses and the professionals who are and will be stepping up to drive them, this creates an immense responsibility on our shoulders that cannot be ignored. We must work with and through one another to elevate our historically marginalized communities. We need to care more, listen more, trust more, and appreciate more about what each and every single person brings to the table. Color and Culture is committed to doing this with every decision we make and every initiative that we bring to life. And now I ask that you two join me in making this same commitment. Specifically, I'm calling for you to stand with me in challenging the way that we hire new leadership members on our teams and our board of directors. We must work harder and do better to be more intentional about ensuring marginalized populations in our community have the support and are supported at the most basic levels. And meeting these basic needs really starts at home. My childhood was shaped by my experience growing up in a low-income housing that never felt safe, failed to meet the basic needs and diminished our sense of pride and dignity. And this is why, in addition to color and culture, I have also founded Fernandez Realty Group. And through strategic real estate investments, we are revitalizing key parts of Harrisburg's community and creating safe and affordable housing that supports the whole person through education and opportunity. Sycamore Homes is already under construction, and we recently announced our next big project, the former Woodward Elementary School, which will be a live here, work here, play here concept of over 61,000 square feet. And through Fernandez Realty Group, we're bringing approximately 75 brand new affordable housing apartments to the city of Harrisburg. Thank you. My vision is to ensure underserved communities never experience what my family did and always have adequate access to comprehensive social assistance programs that give people the right tools for building a prosperous life. Each of these development projects have taken a holistic approach to directly address the major social, economic, and health disparities amongst our minority communities. These disparities include race and ethnicity, gender, sexual identity and orientation, disability status or special healthcare needs, and geographic location, specifically urban communities. Most importantly, it is our responsibility to meet these needs and in turn will create healthy communities, thriving employment opportunities, and passionate people who want to turn around and pay it forward to the next generation. We have the power to create this legacy, and it starts here and it starts now. And some of you have heard my story of living in low-income housing. It was my mother and my two siblings. We lived in a 1.5 bedroom apartment, and we had this really little kitchen with this super ghetto stove. The stove had 4 burners, but only 1 burner worked. And by the time the chicken was done, the rice was cold. And I would tell my mom, Mom, I'm not like my Asian friends in school, okay? I like my hot rice, okay? So we need to find a different solution to this. So that's the story that really inspired me to really focus on housing. And color and culture can't be out here doing what we do in healthcare and finance education if we weren't able to address the foundation of what really creates a home, and that's having a place to sleep and live. When I look around the room, I see so much energy and potential that is ignited and ready to burn brightly. As community leaders, that's our superpower. We have fresh ideas matched with energy to bring them to life. If you take nothing else from my remarks, please remember this. Alone, we are each powerful and capable human beings, but together, we are unstoppable. Let's embrace the unstoppable mindset to blend our talents and resources so that the Rotary Club of Harrisburg too can be a celebration of color and culture and the life-changing impact we can make when we all come together. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Many individuals in this room hold a very special place in my story and have equipped and connected me in ways that absolutely impacted my success today. As fellow members of this community, we are connected through a special bond of similar values, goals, and ideas. And I want to say thank you for playing a vibrant and irreplaceable role in what today I'd like to call the new American reality that we are building here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.